Hey everyone, welcome to Thursdays at 3. Can you believe it's already Thursday? It's Thursday, October 15th. I'm your host, Jason Crespin. Man, it's been a crazy week, but we are busy at ALT. So glad everyone is watching. Be sure to let us know if you're watching. There's Braden, our loyal viewer. Hello, Braden. Glad you're watching. Let us know if you're watching, comment, all that good stuff. We have a busy show today to talk about a great upcoming piece of theater at ALT. And so I'm going to go ahead and bring on our guest right away because we got a lot to talk about. Mr. Allen Shankles.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Mr. Allen, how are you?
Wonderful. How are you? Look, I got some light. It's not very good light, but it's better than being dark.
I was saying earlier, it reminded me of Sweeney Todd. I wanted to start doing the Sweeney.
I like that side light, that light that cuts across your face. So
Right, yeah.
Sweeney Todd.
We'll let you use a ring light or something soon for the next.
Donate me a ring light or something. This is pitiful.
I still need I want to try to find somebody to donate time and energy to write a theme song for Thursdays at 3. I feel like there needs to be this little ditty before we go on.
You need a jingle,
right? We'll have a contest for a jingle of some sort soon.
Somebody's out there listening right now that'll write you a jingle.
Please write us a jingle, us Nonprofit Theater. Please. Allen, it's been a busy week. I know you are crazy busy right now, so I appreciate you just taking a little bit of time out of your day to come on for Thursdays at 3. Jamie says, hi, Jason. Hi, Allen. Jamie.
Jamie, I've got a boatload of emails from Jamie right now. Bugging me to death.
Jamie, we will try to have Allen respond to those emails after Thursdays at 3. She's been working away. I love it. Before we begin talking about what's coming up down ALT, down the pipeline, we want to thank everyone who attended this past weekend's production of The 10,000 Problems of a Teenage Girl. We had 5 sold-out performances for that show. Our cast was absolutely fantastic. Kudos to all 23 of those cast members, our 5 crew members, all the parent and family volunteers who helped run break leg notes and concession and all that good stuff. And a huge shout out to our ALT staff, Lissa, Joe, Brandon and Noah and Greg, everyone who is, helping keep everyone safe, all of our safety protocols, who were disinfecting the theater in between performances. We had a great weekend of live theater. It was great to have live theater again. And we've gotten kudos. We've gotten some great emails from people who have responded about how much they've enjoyed the show and Perry Huckabay's brilliant script and how they wish that the show could be shown to more school-aged children, high school and middle school aged, and then of course complimenting all of our safety protocols. Allen, we just basically copy and pasted what you did for the humans, and it worked out well for us.
Well, we worked on those protocols collectively for several weeks, and they're proving to be very advantageous to our program.
Yeah, for sure.
You do these simple things: wear a damn mask and wash your hands and stay away from your fellow man a little bit. You can make this stuff work.
Yeah, for sure. We again we're so thankful to have live theater again. It was great. Also, this past week we had tons of birthdays, including yours, Allen Shankles. You had your birthday yesterday. How was your birthday?
It was fantastic. Actually, I went to Lake Tahoe for the weekend to see my beautiful grandson, and so that made my birthday complete.
Yeah, I love it. We also had a couple ALT, Shannon Mashburn, who's in your show. Justin Lowe had a birthday. Harrison Stringer. We've had so many good theater people have birthdays in October. I love it.
Do a lot of theater.
Yeah. Very true. So Allen, something that happened this week that we had a meeting about, and I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about, with the city kind of going code red with different aspects of things opening and closing or different things like that. The city ordinance being code red. What does that mean for ALT?
Well, I actually talked to our mayor yesterday. She is a wonderful person and is doing a great job, I think. And so I wanted to reach out to her and say, look, we've got a show opening next week, and we don't want to thumb our nose at you. And if you tell me we don't need to do this show, we won't. But I think we've got the correct protocols in place, and I think we can do it safely and keep this train moving down the tracks. And she said that the red level warning was more a way to communicate to the public in our community that our hospitals are filling up and they need to be more diligent with their protocols.
Sure.
So she obviously can't tell us whether to perform or not perform, but she said she wouldn't hold it against me if I did. So
that's great. So right now, and we sent out an email to all of our academy families. We're still holding classes. We're still kind of conducting business as normal because we have our safety protocols already in place. You know, we limited class sizes to 10. We have them wearing masks. We do social distancing, and we have hand sanitizers, all of that stuff. And so we're just continuing what we are already doing. And
we've been very successful. You just have to pay attention to the details. And when we open the main stage next week, I think our protocols will work better here than they did at the Adventure Space.
Oh, I completely agreed. About that.
We're only going to seat about 170 people out of a 453 seat auditorium, and that's tragic, but it's better than nothing. Let me tell you.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and we have a new with our ticketing system, people can now download their ticket and have it either printed at home or on their phone with a QR code. And we're, scanning the ticket lists or the no contact tickets. And that was a dream this past weekend with 10,000 Problems of a Teenage Girl. Anyone that had their QR code with their tickets or those printed QR codes, I mean, it was so fast to get them in and out. The barcodes on our actual tickets, it took a little bit longer to scan, but they were still great. It was awesome. So we are definitely in the right direction to get things.
I haven't touched anything I've touched.
Right.
And
yeah, exactly.
We're keeping you safe.
Exactly. We're going to showcase our safety protocol video that we made. We'll show that at the end of this, but let's go and talk about the show, Alan. The curious incident of the dog and the nighttime. What makes it so curious about the incident of the dog in the nighttime? What happened to that dog? We want to find out.
Well, I don't think I can tell you.
True. People got to come see it.
Oh, a very tragic end, though.
What if anyone has never read the book, never saw the show? What can you tell them? What is the show about?
This show is a wonderful story of a coming to age and confidence of a young man who is autistic, a 15-year-old boy who is autistic, and he is he obviously deals with lots of the problems that can arise with that disability, but he is determined to solve the mystery of who killed the dog. I guess I told you.
Well, dog.
But so he sets out to solve this mystery, and along the way, he finds out another couple of things that need to be solved. For instance, where might his mother be? His mother, he was told, was dead, but may not be.
Okay.
And so throughout the course of the play, he's dealing with his own disability and problems, but he makes his way to London and finds his mother and finds out who killed the dog, and he is it transforms his whole persona. And it's beautiful, touching, funny, dramatic performance. I'm telling you, it's one of the finest. It was best play in New York on Broadway in 2015, I believe.
Yeah, it won. In fact, it tied the record for the most Olivier Awards won by a play. Recently, Harry Potter surpassed it, the Cursed Child play. But it was a huge hit over in London, I think at the Royal National Theatre before it. Yeah, and then you're right, 2015 it won best. And in fact, Alex, oh gosh, now I'm gonna forget his name. The actor who played the lead role. Oh, I just had it earlier. Now I can't remember it. Alex Sharp, who he was up against insane amount of competition, like Bradley Cooper for The Elephant Man, tons of people like that, and he ended up winning the Tony for this performance. I happened to have met him the next year at the Tonys, and that's him right there who won Tony for playing the Christopher role. Who's playing our Christopher, Alan?
Mr. Trey Butcher. Trey has been in our academy program since he was just a small little tyke.
Yeah.
And he has developed and grown to a place where he is nailing this role. He's going to be spectacular. If he could win the Tony, he would.
I love it. The main stage audience last saw him as Tobias in Sweeney Todd.
Yes.
Of course, he was in our academy productions, in Frozen, and has been in tons of stuff for us. And so I'm excited to see his performance. Tell us more people. Who else is in this cast, Alan?
Well, we have Shannon Mashburn, who has been around for forever, and this is a fabulous role for her. She's going to do a great job. I'm very, very excited for her.
And her role is the psychiatrist. Is that correct?
The teacher.
Oh, the teacher. That's right.
His teacher.
That's right.
And she cares for him a lot and counsels him some and is as elated with his success as he is and as our audiences will be. Mm-hmm. Zeke Lewis is playing the dad, and Zeke was in
most recently Sherlock Holmes
Baskerville play.
Yep.
He played the dentist in Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, he did.
So he's a very accomplished actor and doing a great job. And then we have a newcomer named Emmy Estes who is playing the mother, and she is going to be fantastic. She's got all the skills and is perfect for the character in my opinion. And we have an ensemble of 6 people who play all kinds of various roles. He encounters tons of people along his way to London, and those we've got several veterans, including Don Shipman, Michael Newman, Brandon Graves, Aaron Murphy.
Unfortunately, newcomer Macy Blaine Dawson. In fact, she plays voice number 5. She says, "I've heard is really great." That comment.
Yeah, if she could only figure out where she's supposed to be from moment to moment, it would help.
Ooh, called out. But then there's a new person. Can you tell us about the story about the new ensemble member that's in the show?
Yeah, that's who I've left out. In fact, Jennifer Wilkerson, who is a principal at one of the schools here in AISD, told me at auditions that she does every New Year. She makes a resolution to do. In 2018, she did 18 new things, and in 19 she did 19 new things, and in 20, obviously you get the picture. And so one of her 20 things was to audition for a show. And lo and behold, she got cast, which was presented a brand new set of problems for her that she wasn't expecting. So I said, but at least you're doing another thing you've never done. It's got to be 20 things she's never done.
Sure.
And so she's auditioned for a play, and now she's in a play.
That's awesome.
She's in really deep right now, but she's gonna be okay. She's gonna be great.
I love it. Macy says Jennifer's the bee's knees and is doing awesome. She knows where she's supposed to be, unlike me, and I have my degree in theater.
Well, we might have to write it on Macy's hands or something where she's supposed to be. I don't know.
Well, you remember Jenny Morgan's trick is to write it on the proscenium backstage. Yeah. So if there's any handwriting on the wall, we'll know it. Macy got the Jenny Morgan special of acting.
It looks like somebody's coming in the wrong door. It's probably Macy.
Oh, poor Macy. I can't wait to watch the show now. And if anything goes wrong, Macy, we know who it was. You thinking about how many people you have in this cast, Alan, you have so many theater directors or theater teachers, past or present, that are like Shannon and Zeke and Macy and Michael Newman. It's a lot of
teachers and Jennifer, who's a principal.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. Wow. And now, how are you guys rehearsing, making sure, like, keeping everyone safe, if you will? You know what I mean?
Well, we're obviously not doing as great a job as we could with social distancing, because that's very difficult, particularly in the set we've got built.
Sure.
But we wear a mask from the minute we walk in the door until the minute we walk out the door every night. We all wear masks. I wear masks. Even though I'm probably 10 or 20 feet away from most of them all the time.
Yeah.
And we actually had a scare last week. The boyfriend of one of our cast members was tested positive, and so we've kind of kept her in quarantine, but everything has turned out fine so far.
Sure. We did the same with the Academy show. We took off our masks 2 days before for photos, for our production photos that we had, for the show.
That's what I intend to do, is take off our masks on Tuesday before we open on Thursday. We're temperature checking every cast member as they come in each night.
Sure.
And
well, you also forget how wearing a mask, I mean, it limits not only some projection, if you will, but some enunciation. Once those masks were taken off, it was like, oh, I can hear my cast a little bit better, and they are doing what I'm asking for them. It's just how
we're limiting, we are. Well, now I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. But yeah, once those masks come off for those actors, they're definitely going to appreciate that. Don Shipman, one of your cast members, says, "I get to be a reverend, a policeman, and a doormat."
Literally a doormat. Literally a doormat.
Very excited to see that. And then,
doormat, but he's literally one right now.
I can love it. Macy, she said she would own it if there's any mistakes in the show.
Yeah, she will.
I love it. I love it. And with the show, Alan, had you seen the show before?
I had not.
Okay.
I've got to tell you, I probably passed on it because it didn't sound exactly to be my kind of show. That was a huge mistake on my part, and I want to tell our patrons out there, don't make the same huge mistake.
Sure.
See this show. Bring your family, bring your kids. This show is it's visually incredible, and the acting is superb, and the story will warm your heart for weeks.
Well, I remember you talking about how with the new you're bringing some new technical aspects to this show, and some of us got to see a sneak peek of what could happen on stage. And man, I'm telling you guys right now, people are going to be talking about this show, not only just, of course, how amazing these performances are going to be, but just the technical aspects that's being done that's never been done at ALT before. I'm so excited.
It's exciting to have been doing this for as long as I have, and to come up with something that is so unique and new. It proves that I'm not too old for this game still.
Not at all.
But it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be visually one of the most outstanding things we've ever produced.
Yeah. I feel like, Alan, there's been times in the past where you thought, oh, this isn't quite my show. I'm going to pass on it to direct it. But then circumstances happen where you direct it, and then you end up falling more in love with that show. I remember Putnam County Spelling Bee was one of those where you're like, I don't think it's my show.
Absolutely.
And then once you got into it, you're like, oh my gosh, this is brilliant. I love this show. It's so smart and funny. And
I've always told people I try to love every show I direct. Ultimately, whether I do starting out or not, but I typically I've been in such an environment with other directors who are capable and great that I could pick and choose the shows I wanted to do.
Sure.
And so I really have a show that I don't already love going into it, but this was not a show that was on my radar, really. I got this show handed to me by myself. I hand out the shows as it were, but I was planning to do Matilda in September, and it wouldn't allow me to do this show. And I was really hoping to do Good People in November because it's one of my faves too. But now this is my favorite show of the three, and I'm glad I'm doing it.
Yeah, for sure. And I love how that just kind of happened where it fell in your lap now, and with Brandon Dawson taking Good People and you still being able to do Matilda, it definitely worked out how and it's exciting that it worked out so well, for sure.
Well, this show has rejuvenated my spirit.
I love that. Now talking about the show, of course, take COVID, take the masks aside. What has been challenging about this show as far as with rehearsals and with the subject matter? I mean, Trey has to play a kid with autism and making sure that there's truths with his performance and being able. I mean, the set. I don't want to give too much away, but the set has some limitations as well. What have been some challenges for you as a director for this piece?
Well, the set is not, although it's not the biggest. It's not by far the biggest. It's a pretty small space for 10 people to exist in.
Sure.
And most of the cast is on the stage all the time. And so I had a lot of traffic patterns to work out because we've got 6 cubes that we're using for seats and tables and bus subway seats and all that kind of stuff. And so that's been difficult. And I had one cast member that was out with COVID for 2 weeks. And so I had to rehearse without her for 2 weeks. And then I had another individual that had contacted with someone with COVID. And so he had to go away for 2 weeks. And
Sure.
It's the craziest thing. You never know from day to day who you're going to have at rehearsal and who you're not, but you just carry on. Like I said, it's better than doing nothing.
No, for sure, for sure. And I love Kim Claret says, so excited to see live theater again. Me too, Kim. It's been, like I said, with this past weekend of shows that we had, it was fantastic. Hearing an audience clap or laugh, I forgot how much I missed that, and we'll never take that for granted for sure again.
Well, and even if you don't hear them, you can feel them.
Yeah, just the energy, the excitement
in the space, and that's sorely missing when they're not there.
Yeah, we are definitely storytellers, and we have to tell a story to somebody. It can't just be empty seats, or else it didn't happen.
The computer just doesn't. I mean, it's better than nothing. Like I've said 10 times already today, but it doesn't compare.
Sure. David Walsh says, hello, David Walsh.
You're about to get to work for me.
He's
ready to go.
Matilda's right. Some of the pieces, in fact, are in the garage, I believe, in the shop area.
On the stage too.
Oh yeah, they are. They're hidden back there.
Matilda's set in progress since last April.
Oh, Matilda.
It's just mind blowing how crazy this world is right now.
Well, and over here at the Adventure Space, our tech team is already setting up, refiguring the Adventure Space. Good people are going to be in the round, so they're working on that. And so, yeah, we're all been busy working away at theater this past week for sure. So who should come see this, Alan? Who should come see The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime?
Anybody that's got a soul.
Oh. I love it. So all you soulless people, stay home.
Yeah, if you don't enjoy this show, you got no soul. You got no soul at all, and I got no use for you.
Yeah, I love it.
This show, we've given it a PG-12 rating because there are some intense. There's no language. There's no language at all. The story of success and rising above your problems and your obstacles to achieve success is a strong theme of the show. That's a theme that every young person in our world should hear every day.
For sure.
And so I think you should bring your family, your kids. I think a kid younger than 12 could see it, but because of the intensity of some of the scenes, Trey really has to portray. Autistic people typically don't like to be touched.
Sure.
And so he has some outbursts when that happens, and he is chewing up the scenery, man.
I cannot wait to see his performance and all the performances with this show. Those of you who might not know, we want to remind you again, the show will run October 22nd through November 1st. Those tickets are on sale right now. And like Alan said, the box office is doing a great job of social distancing those seats. So yes, our theater seats 453, but like Alan said, there'll be about 175-ish tickets sold for each night. So you will be socially distanced, all that good thing. If you have yet to check out our website, definitely check out our website for our COVID-19 protocols. You'll just click there on our ALT main stage protocols to find out everything that's going on at ALT, how we're going to keep you safe and our actors safe. If you're wondering about the actors, check our backstage protocol, where it definitely has information for all of our actors and what they're doing backstage. And like we said, we'll show our safety video that we made for the main stage here at the end of our program. This show is also being performed, again, at the ALT main stage. I like showing our artwork from Cameron Wolf whenever I talk about which venue it's at, so our ALT main stage. And new this year, right? Or not new, we've done it in the past, but there'll be some, I believe, artwork that's going to be in our lobbies during pre-show and intermission that people can bid on throughout the season.
Right.
So definitely check that out when you come to the theater. Yeah. Becky said, As You Know It was my favorite thing I saw on Broadway. Can't wait to see it. It's so true. I got to see the show with Miss Becky in New York. Becky, we loved it. It was such a beautiful show. Cannot wait for you to see what Allen does with this show at ALT. You're definitely going to have to check it out. We can get a group together and come see it for sure. Remind us, Allen, though, real quick, just so audiences can know, and like we said, we'll show the video. We want our main stage audiences to know that there's going to be 4 different entrances for the theater, not just the main 2 front doors. There'll be side doors that you'll enter through. So make sure when you get your ticket information, find out which door you will be entering. And Allen, I believe you said we're going to have some signage outside to help identify the door numbers, correct?
Signage out that we've got 4 entrances, 1 through 4. And depending on your ticket row and number, you'll enter in a specific door.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that's great. Speaking of Allen, we showed this last week, but just a reminder, our awesome that's just one of the photos that we took. I think we used a different one for the program, but we had such a good time taking that photo for our staff photo this year.
We had a hard time finding one because Jason couldn't find one he looked good in.
No, my face was shadowed in so many of them.
I don't like that photo. It shadows my face. You know, it's all about Jason these days.
No, hardly. There were other people who had opinions about their own pictures in those. I love it. Okay, so obviously, Curious Incident, we want people to come see that show. We talked about Good People is in rehearsals right now as well. They've been rehearsing in our dance studios, getting ready for their opening later on in the month or next month. And then Matilda's music rehearsals this Monday. Is that right, Allen?
Yes, this Monday.
They start vocal rehearsals at the Adventure Space. There'll be social distance, all that good stuff. So we have tons of stuff going on still at the theater. We're working hard. Those of you in the Academy, we will have the audition packet for It's a Wonderful Life up by tomorrow. We're doing something a little bit different with it to make sure to stay safe with those auditions. So definitely check out that packet. It's going to have a ton of information. Allen, I cannot wait to see The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. It's one of my favorite plays. I didn't get to read the book, but I know that the book is some people's favorite book out there that I think Amarillo audiences are not only going to love this show, but love all of the technical elements that you have added to it. Anything else you want to mention about the show before we play the safety video?
No, I think I just count on all my friends and patrons to come see it.
Yeah, that's right. Next week, hopefully we'll have Trey Butcher on Thursdays at 3. I need to check with his schedule and make sure it all works out. Check out our Sunday paper. This Sunday, we'll have an article from the Amarillo Globe News. You guys did a great photo shoot and interviews, I believe, last night with the show. So help spread the word that live theater is still happening at ALT. But the best thing about it is it's happening in a safe manner. Shelley says, what an excited season. It's so true, Miss Shelley. It's so true. So many people saying hello. Hey, Baxton, glad to see you there. And then I think we also had Mitchell Hernandez. Hello. I love all of our fans who are watching. All of you, come see the show and get your butts at auditions. We need to see you guys auditioning for shows in the near future. We have some great shows down the pike as well. Okay, Allen, I'm going to go ahead and bring up our safety protocol video. Let me pull that up. All right. So you guys enjoyed the safety protocol video. It's about 6 minutes. We're going to show it all in its entirety. And then we'll see you guys next week at Thursdays at 3 when we'll have a cast member from Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. Don't forget to purchase your tickets. So excited to be back in the theater. It's time. That's right, Miss Taylor. It is time. I love it. Enjoy our safety protocol video.
Hi, I'm Allen Shankles, Managing Artistic Director of Amarillo Little Theater. And on behalf of the staff, volunteers, and Board of Directors of ALT, it's my pleasure to welcome you to our first opening performance of the season. In preparation of us welcoming guests into our facility again, we have established a list of safety protocols that must be strictly adhered to. Here to help me discuss all of these items with you is our Academy Director, Mr. Jason Crespin.
Hey, Allen, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you, Jason?
Good. I'm excited about explaining all of our safety protocol to our patrons. We're going to have a great time explaining all of the great new protocol for our audiences.
Yes, we are.
Yes. First off, we want to make sure that everyone knows that face coverings and masks are absolutely important. And as you can see, Allen,
I'm going to mask up right now.
Our ALT warriors Mask. Anyone entering our facility, we ask that they wear a face mask. We think that masks are going to help us with this, so we want to make sure that everyone is aware. The moment they enter our buildings, the moment they leave, they got a mask up. And you can buy your ALT Warrior mask here at ALT.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm masked up. Now what do we do?
We want to let you know that there'll be 4 different entrances now to enter the ALT main stage. Okay, Alan, this is entrance number 1. This is the entrance that faces our north side parking lot that enters our Turk lobby. Basically, our patrons that are going to want to enter through entrance number 1 are ticket holders that have A through G, rows A through G, 16 through 31 seats. Here we are at the main front doors of the ALT main stage. Now, these are the normal doors that we all normally come through, but now they are entrances 2 and 3. The door here on the left will be entrance number 2, perfect for ticket holders that have tickets rows H through O, 16 through 31. The other door here will be entrance number 3, perfect for ticket holders H through O, 1 through 15. Let's go see Alan at door number 4.
This is entrance number 4. It's on the south side of our building facing the Herring Bank. This is the entrance that should be used for ticket holders having rows A through G, 1 through 15. Upon entering the building, patrons will be tested for fever with a no-touch forehead thermometer. We will also scan a barcode on every patron's tickets that will verify the ticket and seat location. This is a no-touch process.
There will be hand sanitizer stations at every entrance and throughout the building. We hope that you will use them liberally.
As another reminder, please know that we will require our patrons to wear face coverings the entire time they are in our facility. This will be strictly enforced.
If you're like me, I know you love going to the concession and getting specialty cocktails during intermission. We want you to know that all of our concession stand items will now be individually wrapped and soda served out of a can. Also new this year is you can order your concessions through ALT's Venmo. That's right, ALT now has a Venmo account. Pull up your Venmo, look for Amarillo Little-Theater, type in your order and send in the cash, and your order will be ready for intermission. All of ALT's restrooms will be professionally cleaned prior to every performance. Now, we know typically there might be a long line for the ladies' restroom. However, with ALT's seating being lowered to half or less capacity, we don't anticipate it being much of a problem. We do, though, ask all patrons to practice social distancing while in line for both concession and for restrooms. Now, when leaving the theater, we ask that everyone's going to leave the same door that they entered from. Sadly, our cast will not be able to meet and greet with you at this time after the show, but trust me, they are going to love your support here at ALT.
Before we finish, I want to point out a few more changes that you should know about. First, we ask that all tickets be picked up at least 3 hours before your scheduled performance.
You may now print your tickets at home if that is more convenient. If you live out of town, we will be happy to mail your tickets, assuming that they are reserved soon enough to allow for postal delivery.
Also, we will not open the building until 30 minutes prior to the scheduled performance time. We want the ALT theater experience to be fun and worry-free, and we're going to do everything possible to meet that goal. If you wish to discuss these protocols with us, please feel free to contact us anytime during regular business hours, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Friends, I know this may seem to be a lot to keep up with,
but we know that you miss coming to the theater just as much as we miss having you here. But we know these safety protocols, we're going to work diligently to keep you, our audience members, safe while attending the show here at ALT.
Remember, we're all in this together.
Thank you so much for all your continued support.
Jason, as I always say, we look forward to seeing you at the theater. Here we go. Yeah, I'm rolling.
We want you to...
This is entrance number 4. Let's go. Easy peasy.
Okay. A through G, rows A through G, 16 through 31 seats. That's A through G, 16 through 31 right here. Entrance number 1. No, we're on entrance number 1.
Rows A through G, 1 through 15.
Do you want to cover door number 4? I'll cover 2 and 3.
Sure, I got it.
Okay, great. Here we are at the main stage. Professional. Let's go see Alan at door number 4. I think so, he said.
Upon entering the building, patrons will be tested for fever with a no-touch forehead thermometer.
Okay. Right. For sure, for sure. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3.
Okay. That's not my style.
Oh, sorry.
Remember, we're all in this together.
Thank you so much for all your continued support.
How fun was that? Oh my gosh, I forgot about the blooper reel at the end. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week, Thursdays at 3. Don't forget, get your tickets. Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. Bye, everyone. Stay